Hello, everyone. I'm just pulling this up in my phone so I could see everyone's comments. Okay. Okay. Let me pull up my PowerPoint and share my screen. I guess I should do that first. Okay, so we are live for day 3 of the Dietitian Side Hustle 3-day side hustle challenge. So thank you guys all so much for joining today. If you are watching this on the live, go ahead and comment and let me know you're here. If you're catching this on the replay, let me know that you were able to catch it later. So I love this challenge so much. I've been loving all of the engagement over the last couple of days. So we are here on day 3. We are going to talk about going all in. So the first day of the challenge, we talked all about the mindset to start. If you're going to start a side hustle, if you're going to add a new stream of income to your business, you got to start off with the right mindset, or else this is just going to be great inspiration and dreams for later, but it's not going to come to fruition. So we tackled mindset first. Yesterday, we talked about all of the possibilities and cool things that we could do for our side hustle. And I shared with you guys the example of how I built my side hustle to have multiple streams of passive income based around blogging. And today we are going to be talking about going all in. So now it's like, let's take action and do the thing. So I see we have Jessica on, Kathleen is on, Karen, Janice, we have Janelle, Joanna, Beth. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining live. So, and Martina is watching live. Awesome. So glad to have you guys here. So essentially, we figured out our mindset. We figured out here's what I want to do. Today is talking about taking action. And I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple different directions you can go. So remember with this challenge, just especially for those of you who are catching this and you're like, what is this challenge? This is a 3-day challenge. Each day has videos, 30 minutes or less. You watch the video, you respond to the question I pose at the end of the video, put it in the comments. If you do that for all 3 days of the challenge, you are entered into the challenge. So you have to watch all 3 videos by tomorrow, which is Friday, noon Pacific Standard Time. So if you live on the East Coast, you got a couple extra hours in. The videos are so short, you could binge watch everything in an hour and a half, easy peasy. But if you complete the challenge by Friday at noon, then you will be entered into the drawing to win my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. So that's kind of some incentive to help everyone to start. So, okay, so let's start off. Now, I put in the link and I'll drop it below in the comments because I know it gets a little tricky, especially if you're watching this on your phone to see this information. But I have a free download for all of you. So what this download looks like is it has a bunch of videos. This is kind of a longer version of what you've done in the challenge. You really don't need to go through and watch the videos if you don't want. But what I really want to direct you to are these downloads at the bottom. When you grab this download, it's a PDF. These are all clickable links. So there is a getting started worksheet. There is a freelance writing checklist, a webinars checklist, a digital goods checklist, and a courses checklist. I also have information about my blog and Accelerator program. I'm going to talk to you guys more about that. But this is a resource for every single one of you who completed the challenge. And these are some tools that are going to help you moving forward. Okay. So ultimately, we have to figure out what is the best fit for you moving forward. Are you a self-starter? Are you something you want to like go out and venture on your own and really, play around with all these side hustles? Or perhaps you're interested in going all in. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my blogging accelerator program. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to learn a little bit more about my program. While I know it's not going to be the best fit for everyone, I also know there's some of you in the group who are like, heck yes, this is the time for me to join. So if you are a self-starter, you're like, I just want to go out there and do the thing on my own. This is where that link for the free Dietitian online mini course comes into play for you. And honestly, I recommend each and every one of you download this because there's some gems in it. The getting started checklist is really helpful for you. You hopefully have been inspired over the last few days. You got some great ideas for what you could do. Now let's put put this into reality. Let's put it into practice. Let's do the thing so that way you guys can all reach your goals. So the getting started checklist is just that. It's a checklist to get you started. First off, picking out what are the side hustles you want to pursue. I loved seeing yesterday all of the side hustles that you guys are interested in. A lot of people are interested in blogging, and you guys know blogging is my favorite side hustle, but a lot of you are interested in webinars and doing all these other amazing things. So checking off, like, what are the side hustles you want to do? Number two, figuring out, well, why do you want to start that side hustle? I think reflecting on why is really important, because when things get hard, when life gets crazy, like it always will, we're more likely to give up unless we have a very strong foundation of why we're doing the thing. So maybe your why is going to be, I just want to make some extra money on the side. That's a perfectly valid and important why. It could also be, maybe I want to shift out of my traditional job and be a full-time entrepreneur. Maybe this is just something you want to do because you're passionate about. Maybe you're bored in your full-time job. You're not engaged. Maybe you just have always had a dream of doing this thing and you want to fulfill your dreams. Whatever your reason, figure that out and check it on the checklist. Then figuring out, what do you need to do before you start? Now, maybe you need to learn more about a topic. You need to take an online course. Maybe you need to work with a coach. Maybe you need to make a business plan. Maybe you need to buy some equipment or something else altogether. What are the skills that you need to develop? Maybe you need to learn, how do you build an audience? How do you, like marketing, writing copy, graphic design, social media, tech, communications, search engine optimization, business skills, email marketing, finance management, or maybe something altogether. Entrepreneurship, side hustles, it's a whole new world out there with business skills that not all of us learned in school. And then finally, at the end of the worksheet is setting goals. Now, we talk about goals, smart goals with our patients, but they're important for us too. The ability to print this stuff out, write it down, set tangible goals is going to make all of the difference for you having success in your side hustle. So next in that resource are my dietitian side hustle checklists. I talk to you guys a lot in the community, and what I've been told is like, Katie, tell me what to do and I'll do it. That's why I made these checklists. And these are just some of the more popular side hustle ideas that people are interested in. So this is just a quick example of one. This is the Dietitian Side Hustle Freelance Writing Checklist. So for those of you who are like, yeah, I want to be a freelancer, here's where you could learn more information. You can join Anna's amazing RDs Who Write group. You can check out this paid resource, this affiliate. This is an affiliate link I have for a paid course if you're ready to do that. Here's a resource with the Editorial Freelancers Association if you're curious about rates. Then there's information about how you could actually find a writing gig and some things that you can do, like, go check out Upwork, update your LinkedIn, let people know you're a freelancer, research some companies and find freelance writing opportunities, spread the word, let people know networking is everything, and then taking action. So that is what the freelance writing checklist looks like. So make sure that you snag this mini course. I'll have the link below in the comments too, so don't worry about it right now, but definitely make sure you grab that. So next, I want to talk to you guys about going all in for those of you who are like, heck yeah, I want to be a dietitian blogger. So I want to talk to you guys about my blogging accelerator program. I'm especially excited about this because I am launching my 6th cohort next week on February 1st. And this is going to be my biggest launch yet because, you guys, for the first time ever, I'm closing the doors on the program. So I'll talk to you guys more about it, but I want to share a little bit more about what the blogging accelerator program is and what it does for dietitians. Hey, Rochelle from Tennessee, glad you could join. So I have this pyramid here, and this is just a great place for people to identify where are they on the pyramid of blogging. So I'm using some terms like we know, like, RD to be. I got blogger to be, a blogger, a blog employee, and a blog boss. So at the bottom of the pyramid, we have those people who are like, man, I want to start a blog. I want to create passive streams of income, but I don't even know what I want to blog about. I don't even know how to get started. Next, we have someone who actually has a blog. They've hit publish, it's live on the internet, but they're still trying to figure out how in the heck do I build traffic, right? Oh, just one second. I got a pop up on here. Oh, I was just on a mastermind call, guys, and it's asking me to save the recording. So I'm going to do that now before I forget, because I don't ever want to not save a mastermind call. Okay. Okay. It's it. I had to do that so this pop-up went away from my screen so I could see what I'm sharing with you guys. So we have those dietitians who have blogs, but they don't know, how do I actually like grow my traffic? Then you have dietitians who they are starting to make some money, but they still want to continue to grow and scale and get more passive income. I'm calling them a blog employee because they still work for their blog. They're still trading a lot of time for money to put content out. Then at the very top, this is the dietitian who has a successful blog with multiple streams of income. They're now working less and making more. So how do you move up the pyramid if you kind of identify like, yeah, I'm a blogger to be, I totally want to be a blogger, or maybe I'm a blogger, but I don't have any traffic. So how do you move up the pyramid? Well, first off, if you're a blogger to be, you have to discover what is your path, what do you want to do, and you have to learn how to build the blog. From there, you need to learn how to grow your blog, hint, hint, SEO. You need to build multiple streams of income. From there, you need to be motivated, be consistent, have community around you who's going to build you up and support you, because blogging is a long-term game. And I feel like sometimes you think like, this is never going to work for me, but you need that community to support you in the journey. You need to automate, systemize, and hire as applicable. And I will tell you, I don't think the learning ever stops, and we always continue to invest in ourselves, even at the top of the pyramid. So my blogging accelerator program is designed to move dietitians from either bloggers or bloggers to be up to being a blog boss, recognizing this takes time, but with the right community, with the right strategy, this is totally doable. My blogging accelerator program starts off with an 8-week course. And this is just the quick run through of what it looks like. But I think probably the most helpful thing I could share with you guys are the deliverables. What are you guys going to get out of 8 weeks? So I will say the program, that the course itself is 8 weeks long. It's going to take 5 to 7 hours of work per week. I've designed it to be short, intentional. Here's what you need to know. Now go do it. After the 8-week course is done, you're not done yet. It's like almost, that's when you're getting started, right? At that point, you'll have a blog live on the internet, but it's a lifetime program, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this is just walking you guys through each week and what the takeaway is. So in week 1, this is the week of Discover, and you're going to leave that week with a focused niche. You're going to have your brand and a better understanding of business basics. So if you're thinking like, I don't even know what I want to blog about, by week 1, you'll know. Week 2, you actually build the website. Now, it's a goal to get our websites live as quickly as we can, because it takes a while for our websites to rank. So let's just get it out there and get over perfectionism right away. So you'll have a website live on the internet. For those who come into the program with a website already, during this week, you're going to be doing a website review, making sure that your website is fast, it is optimized for SEO. Is there anything you need to do to tweak it before we move forward? Week 3 is the week of Learn, where you will understand the basics of growing your blog. This is SEO. Week 4 is another SEO concept called Find the Gold. And during this week, you're going to create a list of topics to write blog posts on for at least your first year, if not longer, for blogging, topics that are going to hopefully drive traffic to your website. In week 5, this is the week of Create. You will leave this week with confidence in creating more content in less time. What's that mean? You're going to post your first blog article. I have a module on how to create more confidence and how to create more time, because those are 2 of the biggest barriers that I see for dietitians in posting blog articles. Week 6, the week of Nurture, you're going to begin building your online audience. This can include social media, email marketing, all that fun business stuff. Week 7 is the week of Dream. And during this week, you're going to build a list of products and services to create as you grow your brand. When it comes to blogging, we want to build our traffic. As we have more people coming to the blog, we want to offer paid products so that way we can make money. Because remember, to make money, we need 2 things. We need something to sell and someone to sell it to. So right now with blogging, we are working on finding the someone to sell it to, right? So in week 8, this is the week of plan. So you're going to leave this week with a strategic plan moving forward with confidence, excitement, determination, and tenacity, because you now have your brand, you have a website, you know how to grow, you have tons of topics to write about. Your first article is live. You figured out how to have more confidence and time. You're nurturing your online audience. You know the paid products you're going to create. And now like, okay, 8 weeks is done. Now let's continue to put out content. So there's so much more to the blogging accelerator beyond the 8-week course that it starts with. You'll be in a community with like-minded dietitian bloggers on the same path. You'll have access to our monthly Q&A calls, and you'll have continued support as you pursue blogging. But there's more. You'll also have an immediate income stream. We have a really amazing affiliate program. So if you find someone else who would be a great fit for the program and you refer them to your link, then you're going to get a commission of over $1,000 for anyone who joins. So you'll have an income stream right off the bat. Your blog is going to be featured in our premium directory of dietitian bloggers. And I will say we have a bonus section where I continue to add stuff. So let me paint the picture quickly of what's in the program. I mentioned that 8-week online course, tools, templates, and resources. Pretty much everything I made in my blogging journey, I give to people in the program. My goal is to help you get there faster with, less confusion and to just reach your goals faster. You have lifetime access to our amazing Facebook group. You get access to my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course, coaching workbook and journal. I have a fast track blog builder course and workbook that helps you to build the website, our nutrition blog directory, our monthly Q&A calls, our affiliate program, and our ever growing bonus section. So I want to show you guys a sneak peek of what a couple of these things look like. So with the course itself, so each week there are 4 components. There's an introduction where I give a little bit of inspiration on here's what you need for the week. Then we go over our core learning content. You have access to all the resources, and then there's an action item. This is the biggie. This course isn't about learning, it is about doing. Yeah, you're going to learn, but we learn the best by doing. So each week there are action items that you will be doing. So this is just an example in the platform that the course is, the intro, the key learning content, download all the resources and your action items. So that way we are moving forward with our blog business. This is just an example of some of the tools and resources, lots of checklists, things to make life easy for you. Here's our Get Time workbook. I have a volunteer program for that dietitians sometimes like to create. Here's an example of our blog builder workbook because people are overwhelmed with building a website. So this is it breaks down everything you need for building the blog. This blog fast track blog builder course, it is 2 hours and 3 minutes of video time, 3 hours and 13 minutes of action. So you're going to be building your website in 5 hours and 30 minutes. And with each lesson, it tells you how much time you have. So the goal is if you have 15 minutes, sit down, knock out lesson 1, watch the video, do the thing. So it breaks it down in a way that even a side hustler can build a blog, which feels so overwhelming. So this is an example of, lesson 1, it takes you 8 minutes to watch a video, 7 minutes to do the thing, 15 minutes total. Here's what you need. Here's some tips. Here's your links. Here's what you're doing. So it just makes it really easy peasy for you because I know the tech part can feel so overwhelming. So I mentioned the action items. The action items are tied to our Facebook community. Having community helps us to be accountable, support each other and whatnot. So in our members only Facebook group, each week there's an action item like share your niche and blog name below. So each week you're going in here and sharing what you're up to. Now, I will tell you guys, the blogging community is my favorite part of this program. It is filled with amazing dietitians and students and nutrition professionals who build each other up. This is just little screenshots I had snagged of the group, but people are, building each other up. They're saying positive things about each other. They are linking back to each other's posts, providing them encouragement and support. So it's a wonderful community to help make sure that you continue to put out blog content so that way you can start making passive income through blogging. So this is just the summary. And if I was to summarize the Blogging Accelerator program, guys, I would say this is a program to help you stop dreaming and start doing. It's going to provide you step-by-step how-to instruction. You're going to get accountability and support. You will be taking imperfect action and building your brand. So with the 7th cohort, I'm actually offering a really exciting bonus. So right now I'm building a brand new course called Something to Sell. I'm building this because people in the community asked for it. You guys actually picked the name. I was going to call it Your First Offer, but people like the name Something to Sell, which makes sense because I teach you to make money, you need something to sell and someone to sell it to. So this is a course that actually teaches you how to do market research, how to create an offer, how to sell the offer, and how to actually build the product for digital goods, for courses, for ebooks, for group programs. So this is all bundled together in a program called Something to Sell. It's something I'm building now. There's a beta group going on. This is not available to the public, but when it is released, it's going to be sold at $997. And everyone who joins the 7th cohort is going to get access to this course. So I'm very excited about that. So this is a quick summary of everything that's included in the program, the course, the templates, all the things. And I threw in here the Something to Sell course as well. So this is valued at almost $18,000. But it doesn't cost you that much. The program sells for $2,997. Now, there's an option to pay in full or a 6-month payment plan option. I will tell you there is no interest on the payment plan. That's the cool thing about running your own business. You get to do what you want. I don't know about you guys, but I always get irritated when you see something you're like, oh man, if I can't afford to pay it up front, pay in full, how come I have to pay more money to pay in payments? So for this program, the price of the payments is just the full price divided by 6. You don't pay any more money. So the doors to the program are closing on February February 1st. So I do not know how long the program is going to be shut down for. Everyone who has access will have access, but that just means no one else can join. It'll probably be several months. And why I'm doing this is I'm actually going to be revamping the Blogging Accelerator program. It's already amazing, but it is going to be even bigger and better. I'm going to create more resources to provide accountability and support and help dietitian bloggers. When this program comes back, it's going to be double the price and it's going to have a ton more value. Everyone who joins now, you have lifetime access. So when I'm calling it BAP 2.0, when it comes back out, guys, you guys are going to have access to all those added benefits at the current price. So if this is something you're interested in, I have the link below. You can write, you could ask me for the link, but I'll have it below. So that way you can learn more about the program. But if any of you who are listening and you think like, yeah, Katie, this sounds super cool, but I'm not sure if this is the best fit for me right now, then you can absolutely apply for a free 20-minute strategy session with me. It's a really fun call. We hop on a Zoom call together. We talk about where you're at, where you want to be, what are some barriers you face, and we talk about, is this program the right fit for you? So the program is starting on February 1st. I will emphasize it is a self-paced program. Right now we have monthly Q&A calls, but you can do the program whenever you want. If you're like, Katie, January or February is crazy for me, that's okay. You could buy now, lock in, and do the program when you want to. Now, if you enroll by the 1st or schedule a free strategy session with me by the 1st, then you will be locking in the price and be able to get in the program. After that date, I won't be able to let anyone in. But if you schedule a call and we don't talk till the 2nd or 3rd, that's okay. If we're on the call, you decide you want to join, you can still join. You just have to have that call scheduled by the 1st. So I hope that makes sense. So my question is, for those of you who are on the call, who are like, heck yeah, Katie, I am ready to build my blogging business. I want to go all in. I want this additional support and community. Like I'm in. If you are in, you can comment me below and I'll drop the link. You can go there and learn more. If you're on the fence, you can comment call below and I'll make sure you get hooked up with the link to apply for a free strategy session. I only have limited spots for calls, but so far I haven't had to say no to any, but I just want to say, like, apply sooner than later if you're interested in the call. And the next thing is, if you're like, this sounds amazing, Katie, but not for me right now, then you could help by spreading the word if you know of a dietitian who would be a good fit for this program. I do want to provide some disclosure that there is a little bit of extra money to run a website that's going to be profitable long-term. It costs you about $94 to start a website. That costs $12 for your domain and about $84 for 1 year of site hosting. There's monthly optional fees. Some people choose to pay for a keyword research tool that, with the discount code I have, costs $13.60. I do recommend it, but it's not required. And then there's also Canva Pro, which a lot of bloggers like to use. It costs $12 a month. So what do some of our bloggers say about this program? I just found a bunch of pictures. I threw them in here. So here we have Sue. She shared that the Blogging Accelerator program was a source of information and inspiration. She recommends it for people who want results. Grace shared that she loved the checklist. She likes the simple steps. Maria shared that it provided her with encouragement to keep on track and all the resources and support that she needed. So just a couple other comments here. I don't want to spend too much time on these ones, but people, when they're finishing and they're just so excited, their blog is live on the internet. They finished this course. Liz here shares that the last 8 weeks have been a game changer. She learned to slow down and understand each piece of the puzzle before moving on to the next. And she's excited to learn more. Elizabeth, she's so excited she finished. It feels so good to embrace perfectly imperfect and have things done. So it's a really amazing community to be a part of. A couple more here. So I actually asked people in the program, like, guys, was it worth it? And it was a resounding, yeah, it was worth it to join the program. So this is just some comments, it's been worth every penny. I went from overwhelmed and lost on where to begin on a new website and a blog that I'm confident will continue to grow and reach my ultimate goal of media buying within 2 years. She shares the community of other dietitians, and the program is encouraging and provides excellent feedback. So yeah, lots of good support from people in the community. It's a great one. So here's my dream, guys. This is kind of a big dream, but my dream is I want to help dietitians become bloggers so that every time someone searches a nutrition related topic, it pulls up a blog written by a registered dietitian or nutrition professional, so that 2 reasons. Number 1, the public gets correct information. Number 2, so it's the dietitians making the money. There's a lot of money to be made online, and that's why a lot of people are out there blogging in the nutrition space. But I would rather see the RD, the NDTR out there spreading correct information to the public, and the public getting that correct information. It's helping our peers who are in the clinic who spend like 10 minutes trying to wade through incorrect information that people are Googling. So, when we Google any topic, there are 10 spots on the first page Google. And one day I want to see websites by dietitians taking up all 10 spots. So you guys, if you are interested, the link is going to be below. I really appreciate all of you for listening more about my Blogging Accelerator program. Again, this is a program for some of you in the group who are like, heck yes, I am ready to blog. I am ready to be committed. I want to go in long-term because I want to have multiple streams of passive income. I'm looking for dietitians who are willing to do the work, to put in the effort, and it is a long-term game, but it is worth it in the end. So your assignment for day 3, guys, is I am curious. Let me know, what action are you committed to taking over the next week? This 3-day challenge is all about figuring out what you want to do, what you want to start. My hope is this isn't just a day or 3 days where you're learning about things and getting inspired, but I want you all to take action. So think about what you want to do. Now, maybe your action item is going to be, I want to download the Getting Started checklist and fill it out. Maybe your action item is, I'm going to complete one of those checklists. Like, I'm ready. I want to do some webinars. I'm going to complete that in the next week. Maybe your action item is, I'm going to register for the Blogging Accelerator program. I've been thinking about this for a while, and now is the time for me. Maybe your action item is, I'm going to schedule a strategy call with Katie and figure out, is this the right program for me? So one thing I do for you guys is that anyone who comments their action item below, what action are you committed to taking over the next week? I will be reaching out to you in a week. And I will be asking you, how do you do with this? Because I know how easy it is to say we're going to do something, and then life happens, we get busy, things get crazy, and then we just don't end up doing the thing. So I'm going to be providing that loving encouragement to know that I'm going to be, coming around asking like, hey, how did it go? Did you do the thing? So that is something I'll be doing for each of you who complete the challenge. I will be reaching out in 1 week to ask, how did it go? So just remember, you're writing down what you're going to do in a week. So you got to do it, because I'm going to be asking you guys soon. So I hope that provides some support for you. So you guys, you have finished the 3-day challenge. I'm so excited for those of you who have made it through the 3 days. If you're watching this on day 3, you're like, where's day 1 and 2? Go back and watch them. Like, they're in the Facebook group. So we started off with talking about the mindset to start. We moved into talking about all of the possibilities of things we could do for a dietitian side hustle. And today we talked about going all in, whether or not that is being a self-starter and making plans on your own, or joining the Blogging Accelerator program. And you guys, the challenge closes tomorrow at noon. So all of you I see who are putting in your comments now, then you guys are good to go. You guys are entered into the drawing tomorrow at noon, my time. So Pacific Standard Time, I'm in Oregon. The challenge will be closing. And then later on Friday, I'll be coming live and we'll do that drawing for the Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. Now I will say, for anyone, like, say you decided to register for the Blogging Accelerator program. You're like, heck yes, I went in on cohort 7. And you win the Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. That coaching course is included in the program. So if you end up winning that, what you're going to get instead is a free coaching call with me, an individual coaching call. So you'll still get a lot of value and benefit. It's just, because we all want to win something, right? You don't want to win something you already got. So I just wanted to clarify that. So let me see. I think I saw a question in here. Becca asked, is there a specific website you recommend? I think you mean for blogging. I recommend WordPress.org, and WordPress.org is where I recommend you build a website if your long-term goal is to monetize it and make multiple streams of passive income. So Nicole just signed up for the program. Woohoo, Nicole! I'm so excited for you. I'm very excited for you to start the program, Nicole. Martina is going to schedule a strategy session. Ooh, I'm excited to chat with you. Let's see. So awesome. So go ahead and keep commenting, guys. Remember your assignment. What action are you committed to taking over the next week? Thank you guys so much for being part of the challenge. It's going to shut down tomorrow at noon. If you are on my email list and you register for this challenge, I'm going to send you the link for the replay and all the details. And yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. I guess I could stop sharing this. I appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of this group. I'm so inspired by all of you who are digging deep into trying to figure out what are you going to do for a side hustle. There are so many opportunities for us as dietitians in this day and age to make money and make impact online. So I am excited to be a part of your journey, and I am definitely here to support and encourage you as you move forward. So yeah, thanks so much for being part of the challenge, and we'll talk soon when we do the drawing. Bye, guys.